Good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome in. Good morning. We are live outside the Pennsylvania courthouse. Barbecue lady's there somewhere, I heard. Good morning. I heard that barbecue lady actually camped out last night. Haven't seen her yet. But there's people there holding up signs for Luigi, supporting Luigi. This is crazy. Good morning and welcome in, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hey, Miss Nightbot. Hey, Ludwig. Raised in the boondocks. Good morning, babe. Good morning, Bayou. Yeah, last night she was live on TikTok out there, so maybe we'll see barbecue. Hey, Craig. Craig says, lock him up, lock him up. There's people there out there supporting him, y'all. What do you guys think of that? It's kind of scary to me, to be honest, that we've come to a point where we have people celebrating assassinations that are done broad daylight on the side of the street. Good morning, Treese. You feeling better today? I certainly hope so. We got the Amish there even. What the fuck is that all about? What's his stance? Good morning, Shell. I hope you're feeling better today too. Hello, Potato. I can be early and still late. I started early because we had live feed. Support hero Luigi Mangione, who bravely gunned down. I couldn't read it. Who bravely gunned down. That's fucking crazy. Hero? A hero? Ah! Good morning, Amy. I guess they're just taking us on a little walk-see. But it's a crazy day in Pennsylvania today. Good morning, Patricia, Stephanie, Tutti Frutti. Live chat reminder. The Associated Press is set to go out there, but their live doesn't start for like 45 minutes. Oh, he was Jewish, not Amish. Sorry, Vivian. 3 years, Potato. Shake your 3-year level up. Shake your coconut shells. Ooh, Potato. She's a coconut cooter now. So happy, Potato. You know I love your guts. Barbecue is there in the courthouse to get us the news. All right, pizza. Barbecue is inside, I guess. No, there won't be any cameras in the courtroom. It's going to be like Brian Koberger's was. Remember? We saw him walk in and out or whatever. But there's other channels that are live. Let me see if we've got any other views here. In the Sallyport. Because remember, we got to watch it from the Sallyport last time. Jesus. Yeah, she'll have to take notes. I don't think there's any cameras allowed either. Tootie. Advanced Wilkins Syndrome. Thank you for subscribing this morning. Welcome in. Hey, Snazzy. This is actually Pennsylvania, but New York doesn't allow them either. You're right. This is in Pennsylvania. So he's expected to waive his extradition to go back to New York. She had to turn her camera off. Well, we're here for it. He could be back in New York sooner than we think. Good morning, April. Life's a beach. Jay, you are extra early this morning. I am. Well, I saw the action was already happening, so I figured why not just go live. Yeah, we won't be seeing the actual hearing. We'll just be following the news outside the courthouse. Right. We're just watching the action outside the courthouse, and then we're going to find out what happens. So, you know what I'm going to do, actually, is we'll put this up here. Pardon me while I organize my screen this morning. My screen this morning. Did you guys have fun on the other channel last night? Hey, Regina. Hey, Maggie. Good morning, Jonathan. We're going to get Twitter going, too. Because you know there's live updates always on Twitter. Barbecue is told they will be flying, not driving him to New York. So it's going to be just like Koberger. No, they're not there. Why didn't they take Luigi's X account down? It's still there. Let's see here.
And he could be extradited to New York in just a few hours, right after that hearing. Robert Moses in Pennsylvania this morning, breaking down what he's seeing. Did you see him at all? Was he brought in the back way or in the front way?
I did see him, Rosanna and Kurt. He was brought in through a back alley right behind the Blair County Courthouse here. He was brought in a Pennsylvania State Police SUV. They backed the SUV right up to the courthouse, and he walked just a few feet in his orange jumpsuit out of that SUV and then into the courthouse, where there will be 2 hearings this morning. Now, once Luigi Mangione is back in New York, he is expected to also face federal charges in addition to the state charges that he is facing here, as well as in New York. Now, federal charges would be significant because they would make him eligible for the death penalty. But let's talk about what's happening here beginning in less than half an hour. First, at 8:30, he'll have a hearing on the charges that he's facing here in Pennsylvania, including carrying a gun without a license as well as forgery. And then immediately thereafter, in the same courthouse, he will have his extradition hearing. Now, all indications are, according to his attorney, that he will waive extradition. But even so, a court spokeswoman told me yesterday that hearing has to go forward. A judge still has to sign off before the NYPD can bring him back to New York City, which is, of course, where he's accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson 15 days ago. The authorities say they are eager to get him back to New York so he can face justice there. He could be in front of a judge in Lower Manhattan later on today. Yesterday, the governor spoke about the pursuit of justice.
But I'm ready to bring him back here and to make sure that justice is served to someone who had the audacity to gun down any New Yorker, I don't care what their title is.
So again, assuming everything goes as planned here at the courthouse, the first hearing is at 8:30, and then the extradition hearing is at 9. And if the NYPD takes custody of Mangione right after that, their desire, weather permitting, is to fly him back to New York City, fly him by helicopter to the city so he could be back in New York by, say, early this afternoon and in front of a judge in Lower Manhattan not a whole lot long thereafter. So that is the story.
Welcome in,
here.
Everyone.
I'm
Good
keeping
morning,
tabs
Angie.
on things out
31
here.
months.
Michelle Ross is inside the courtroom, which seats around 100 people or so. This proceeding was moved to a larger courtroom because of the intense interest of this case. Tons of reporters here in a very small downtown. So we're all watching this with bated breath to see what happens here today. Kurt and Rosanna, back to you.
Hey, Robert, before we let you go, I know you talk about tons of reporters being there, but I can see people with signs behind you, and we've followed this case and, you know, seen the cult around him, if you will. Can you tell what those signs are? Are they positive? Are they against him? Are they saying anything specific?
Well, one of them right behind me says, "Support hero Luigi Mangione, who bravely gunned down systematic murderer Brian Thompson." So obviously you know
Free speech.
where that person stands. And that's one thing that Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch has talked about, this glorification of Mangione and the fact that so many people on social media and otherwise have praised his actions as brave. And we're seeing some of that here. People kind of lionizing him for what he is accused of doing. Obviously, the authorities think that he is no hero, and they want to hold him accountable for everything that they say he did.
Hey, Robert, also, when Mangione got out of the car, did he say anything? Because I know in the past, when he was walked, he's kind of shouted out things as he was being brought inside.
He did not say anything. It was very buttoned up. They pulled right up to that door. It was maybe 6 or 7 feet. He had to walk from the rear seat of that SUV right into the door. Didn't say anything. There was no incident. He didn't have any kind of outburst. He didn't resist going in. The officers led him inside, and the whole thing took probably 2 or 3 seconds from the time he stepped out of the SUV to the time he got inside.
All right, thank you, Robert. I know you're there. As you mentioned earlier, Michelle Ross will be inside the courthouse while the proceedings are going on. We will have up-to-the-minute updates as this happens here at 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Thank you, Robert. We'll check in with you in just a bit.
All right, so 8:30 is when his hearing is expected to begin. That was coverage from New York. Now we're going to go back to Pennsylvania. All things are quiet there at Law and Crime. Let's see. I know that we've got the Associated Press. That's going to be... Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I want to see where the Associated Press is going to be live. They have an event. Watch. They're going to be live in a half an hour. So we'll come back. We'll come back to the Associated Press because they're probably going to be in the Sallyport or something. They were last time anyways. We got Amazon people on strike and all kinds of shit too. But here we go. We'll be right here until the AP goes live. Hold on, hold on. Barbecue's live is ended. Now we have to wait till it's over. I guess I will keep you updated from this end. Thank you, Tootie. Thank you, Tootie, for updating us. Barbecue Lady is live, or she was. She's going inside now to the Pennsylvania courtroom. He will have his preliminary hearing, and then if he does waive the extradition like it's expected, he'll be brought back to New York today. Hey, Robin Malete. Good to see you. So the PA lawyer was just temporary. Let me show you guys his lawyer. He hired a high-profile lawyer. Here she is. This is her.
Luigi Mangione has retained a high-powered New York defense attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, to represent him as he's facing a second-degree murder charge in the death of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. Viewers of The Source will be very familiar with Friedman Agnifilo, who was recently a CNN legal analyst.
You, Karen, do you see it that way, a win for Pence?
No, he's going to have to testify before the grand jury. He's going to have to provide his testimony
right
about
here. This is one of his lawyers. She actually is a CNN legal correspondent. And this is who he's retained. What do you guys think?
Conversations leading up to January 6th. What the judge ruled today, what we're hearing, because it's under seal, was that it's only limited, the speech and debate clause, which is usually only limited to representatives or senators, because he has the role of being president of the Senate. In that limited role, when he was certifying the election, he doesn't have to testify about that. But all of that, January 6th, is on video. So really what's important and what they need in the grand jury are what were the conversations before that and the pressure campaign that Donald Trump put on Mike Pence to not certify the election and potentially provide evidence that would show Donald Trump was committing a crime. So I think he might want to say this is a victory because it did say that the vice president, which is normally gets the executive privilege, which he also doesn't get in this case. That was also ruled does not apply. But this is the first time anyone's ruled that the speech and debate clause does apply. But
is Barbecue going to be tweeting or anything? Do you know, Tootie? So that's that's his New York lawyer, one of them. I want to say there's a husband and wife, but don't quote me on that. Yes, her husband, thanks, Tom. Her hubby is a big time lawyer too. That's what I thought. And I'm not sure if he's involved in his, Associated Press went live early. Yay. All right, we have hot mics. We're live in the Sally Port, y'all. Fuck yeah. We're waiting now. No one's blocked. I can see you.
We had to think twice about it for the last day and a half. I've had 18,000 orders here. Jingling balls. It's just money.
We've got the clowns outside the Sally Port again. It's not second degree anymore, Kim. That was old. It's now first degree murder with special circumstances of terrorism, I think. Good morning, Georgia Mom. So Luigi's hearing starts at 8:30, which is approximately about 10 minutes. Not exactly sure how long it will take, but we're here for it. Barbecue Lady is in the courtroom. We have Tutti Frutti here giving us live updates. Thank you, Tutti. Tutti. Give our love to Barbecue for the coverage. Appreciate it. She'll go live as soon as she gets out. Thank you, Pizza, as well. Pizza and Tutti Frutti.
Want a cocktail?
Tootie from the Facts of Life. Dab. Trixie, good morning. Good morning, Global. Isn't that a nice brick wall we're looking at?
Well, I was asking.
Oh, no, Lisa. Flush with water. Flush with water. Hey, Jet Set. Tom, hopefully the judge keeps Luigi from acting out during this hearing. I think his lawyers got him quiet now. Hey, Melissa B. Hey, Travis. Good to see ya. Be kind and rewind. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in and watching with me. Appreciate you guys. The lovely Diana. Hey, Scotty Dog. Oh, Angelica, I hope you feel better. Everyone, I hate when you get sick before Christmas, and I hate when the kids get sick before Christmas. Good morning, Music City Mom. Hey, Mountain Mama. Shift happens. Good to see ya. Good vibes to all. Thank you, Shift. Shifty Shift. Happy Thursday, everyone. And I hope that everybody who's sick feels better by Christmas. What, Kim? There isn't other channels where we're not looking at the wall? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by there isn't other channels where we're not looking at the wall. We're actually looking at the door, like the hallway where he'll walk out. Do we have any idea why he did this? I mean, I guess we have speculation. This is a preliminary hearing where he's expected to waive extradition and be taken back to New York to face the murder charges, among other charges for killing Brian Thompson. I don't think he'll come out screaming again, Sarah. I think his lawyer quieted him down. Steph, did you like it? I hope you liked it.
I just read that Trump said last week in his interview he wants general public. And I was like,
Good morning, Anna. COVID's going around here. God, COVID. I can't even believe we're still talking about the C word. I actually need to get another cup of coffee, but I don't want to get up. It was a lot of fun. What happens if he decides not to waive extradition? Well, then from what I understand, California, New York has already had the grand jury indict him, so they would just have to file to get him. Like, I think they'd have 30 days or something. Good morning, PJ. Yeah, I know there's another feed where we're not looking at the wall, but do you want to see him come out or not? Because if we go to the other feed, he's not going to come out of the front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is law and crime. We're looking at the front of the courthouse versus being in the Sally Port. So I guess we can switch back and forth. But there's really nothing to see right here. I like watching the Associated Press. He's leaving on a plane today. Well, he's still got to get in a vehicle. He's got to leave the building, right? It's okay, Robin. He's got to leave the building, and he's going to walk from right behind this corner where these cops are coming out. I said Sallyport. Yes, I did. That's what this is called. It's called the Sallyport. Oh, after, yeah, we can switch over here. Because this is where all the media is. And let's see what they're saying. Nothing. So they're out front. We're in the back. I don't know how much of a perp walk it'll be. It'll probably be pretty quick. He'll be let out. He'll come around from here, and we'll probably only see him get into this SUV, is what I'm assuming. That's what happened last time. Yeah, a Sallyport is like the exit. It's. I think that comes from a military term. I'm not really sure. But a Sallyport is a secure entrance to jails and courts and stuff.
No, I grew up in Durham, North Carolina. But my parents
I'm sure there will be, Loco. So it should be beginning. His hearing starts at 8:30. We have barbecue lady inside the courtroom, and we're getting live updates from her friends that are here right now, which is pretty cool. So props to barbecue lady on TikTok. She camped out all night, and then she waited, and she was live this morning, and she went into the courtroom. So she got into the hearing today, which is pretty cool. Good morning, Mrs. Fletcher. Barbecue lady's out there true crime in it this morning. Braving the cold in PA. Good morning, Shauna. Hey, thanks, Shift. The name Sallyport comes from two Latin words, portus, which means door, and salire, which means to jump. Mountain Mama, I think he'll be subdued today. I'm betting no outburst. Oh, can you imagine? Potato is probably so cool. Oh, Regina. Well, I'm singing. Lay down, Sally. Rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? You know how you get like lyrics wrong? I remember my best friend used to think he said, way down south. Be right back. I'm here.
It's really good. I mean, I was
You know, I was thinking it'd be kind of funny to have a Keurig right here in my studio. You hear me like making coffee. Another brick in the wall. Hey Casey, good morning. Your best friend thought he said lay down beside her. Hey, is Teresa still here? Teresa, that was Heather. That was Heather that thought he said way down south. See, literally the door's right there, you guys. So if he comes out, we're going to see him. I think Barbecue is inside the courtroom. She's not live right now. Sarah, that's amazing. I don't have a Keurig anymore. I just have a regular old coffee pot. And I have an emergency because I just went in there to make my cup of coffee and I'm out of my creamer. Last of the Mohicans. You have the whole coffee cart in your bedroom? I'd rather hear coffee than snoring. Yeah, me too. Really, Buchanan? I never watched him. Hi, Oreo. Good morning, Oreo. Oreo says I'm a mod, folks. Oreo, that's a fake wrench. Come on now. Oh my God, you're the third person, Lisa, to tell me that. Lisa said, Jay, I saw you on ID last night, Heidi and Megan's show. That's awesome, Lisa. You're the third person to say that to me in a chat. I got 2 people yesterday, and now you. How amazing is that? But I'm not true crime. Jay is for justice, doesn't do crime. I'm here. Heather brings back a lot of memories. Yeah. I just talked to Greta the other day, too. It was her birthday. She's a grandma now. Everybody's becoming grandparents. I need a coffee goodies wish list. I do. I need a lot of things. I need a lot of things. Jay, you should be an old-fashioned percolator like our parents had the best coffee. I do have a French press, which I love. I just got sick of having to clean it out. See, I've always wanted the, like one of those espresso machines that does like the froth milk and shit. But then I'm afraid to spend the money on it because I'm not sure I would use it. You know what I mean? Is it a pain in the ass? Is it easy to use? I don't know. And it's too much of a plunge. Every time you say barbecue, I think of barbecue food. And it's too early for all of that. Thank you, Lisa Durr. That's very nice of you to say. Oreo, that is a fake wrench. You're not fooling us. Good morning, little Daisy. I saw Greta at the dealership. Oh, did you? Good morning, Mike. Good to see you. Mike, you're Santa. What'd you bring me? I've never used a percolator. My parents never used a percolator, but I do have a French press. You lost your grinder? I just got sick of having to clean that thing out. It's such a pain. I used a French press for years, and then I was just like over it. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Mrs. Fletcher. Like, I would love to have one of those and like make my own cappuccinos and stuff, but would it actually be worth it? Just get a frother instead. See, I bought the cold foam too, Therese, but it made my coffee cold. Maybe because I like too much of it. Angelica says, to be fair, everything in the USA is expensive. You all pay a fortune for everything. Everything has gone up, Angelica. Where are you from, Angelica? Shift. Oreo, you're going to get thrown in the glass of milk, Shell says. Oreo, behave. I have an espresso machine and never use it. See? My Ninja coffee maker gets used 24/7, though. It's for the pods. And it has a frother attachment. Nice. I have to have my caramel iced coffee. It's like cleaning out those basket-style air fryers. They're a pain in the ass. Yep. Good morning, Danny. Danny, you changed your name from Danielle to Danny. Hey, Raven. Good morning, Crime. Good to see you. Oh, no, Casey. The cold coffee is the worst.
What's that?
No coffee before talkie, Regina. That's the rule I have. Do I have a Christmas wish list? I just have an Amazon wish list that's up all the time. Good morning, Michelle. I'm from the UK. I pay under $50 a month for my mobile phone and the same for my internet. Yeah, things are expensive here. I don't like things that will be hard to clean and take too long to clean. Me either, little Daisy. And now we got pizza. Pizza. We always have Oreos, pizza, food. It does cool the coffee down. Yeah. I did like the cold foam, but it made it cool. Good morning, Sherry Rollins. This is my last cup of coffee unless I go out because no more cream. I have milk. Can you use milk in your coffee? Because I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, I'll do it if I have to. Let's see what's going on in front of the courthouse. Oh, let's see what's going on here. See where they're going. Crime, I hear you. That is like a total bummer, right? Yeah, I paid Actually, I pay about $200 for 2 phones with Spectrum. It's like $188 or some shit like that. Good morning. Thank you, Alyssa. Oh my God, the cooter thing popped up. Thank you for your super chat, Alyssa. Good morning. Vanilla extract and lots of sugar in the milk if you're going to use it. Here's some people. Let's see what their thing says. Healthcare is a crime against humanity. What does the top say? Oh my God. Look at this, you guys. They're wearing Luigi hats. This is nuts. Privatized healthcare is a crime against humanity. What a couple of goons. Why? She's wearing a gas mask? What is this? What is going on? Jenny, what's up?
Are you going back in?
Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
I can't.
We'll get you out of here.
I can't.
Yeah.
A gas mask? Come on. Take your gas mask off. She's from Indiana. Let me mute this.
Part of Indiana.
South Bend?
Sure. My name is Ethan.
E-H-A-N.
That's correct. And then my last name is Merrill, M-E-R-R-I-L-L. And I'm her husband. So.
Same area.
Husband and wife.
Same place.
Couple. Yep.
Yep.
No problem.
No problem.
Can you imagine if Brian Thompson was your dad?
Yeah.
Sick.
We had to leave yesterday because we didn't know that the trial was being moved until just very recently, so we just had to get out of here. You want to flip them?
Look at this. Luigi's jury nullification.
Did you already have the hats, or?
No, we went and bought them immediately. Yeah, they were the last two at the GameStop, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They were the last two at GameStop.
We made the posters in one night, you know.
Why are people such
Including, like,
idiots?
Switch parody case, like.
I love the caption on it. It's funny.
And the reporter says the caption's funny.
Well, the reason is because, like, obviously we don't condone murder, but, like, we feel that privatized healthcare is systemic violence, and we feel that Luigi had no other viable alternative. Peaceful protesting has not worked. Petitioning government officials has not worked.
Over 60%
So you're condoning murder.
by statistic that I've heard want universal health care.
When your life is
Look at this idiot.
When your life is ruined and you end up with a bunch of pins in your back because insurance did not improve the procedure that you needed for back pain, and your life is ruined, what other viable alternative is there?
I can't.
That's why we're here today.
Kudos to you guys. I love the sign.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How can you support a CEO that killed so many? Come on. Maybe they should go to work.
Oh, you saw our sign? Yeah, we saw it, yeah.
No, this shit pisses me off, man. Murdering someone on a fucking sidewalk is never okay.
Absolutely.
Right, absolutely.
God dang. I fucking can't.
I hope so. Yeah, and like, what other alternative is there? Like,
insurance companies are a problem, but this isn't the fucking answer. Murder is not the answer. Please. Please.
Go for a walk later. I'm on the other end, and you'll see what I have. I went in the sheet.
You can disagree with things. It doesn't mean you fucking kill people on the street. What if someone doesn't like what you're doing? You want to be fucking gunned down on the street? That's fucked up. That's a fucked up way of thinking, man. And that is scary. Because people start making up their own fucking rules. Then what? Fucking GameStop. Go play games. Go back home and play your fucking video games, you weirdos. Right, they talk like this one man is the end-all be-all to all of our insurance problems. Give me a fucking break. Think about that man's kids. He has a son in high school. Ugh. Right, you can't just go shooting people on the streets, man. I'm not saying murder is the answer, but I'm saying that while insurance companies get away with what they can do, this will inevitably happen. While a lot of people get away with things, look at politics. We can't just start gunning them down. I mean, don't you think there's a lot of fucking crooked-ass politicians wandering around on the streets? Hell yeah, there are. But you can't just walk up behind him and shoot him. He's not a fucking hero. He's a coward. It's fucking wrong, man. God, it makes me sick. It makes me just absolutely sick. He has 2 boys. Yeah, one just graduated and one's in high school. One's a senior. And we got these idiots out here saying, oh, yeah, it was condoned, you know, because insurance companies suck. Like, he created the fucking insurance industry. But JFK, I mean, you're going back to the 60s. We're not in the 60s anymore. That was all about, like, the Cold War and shit. That's not what we're dealing with here. This is some rich-ass kid who took out his aggressions on one single man. And God knows if he had plans to do it to others. But he's definitely not a hero. What a big hero. He pissed his pants. What a big man. He fucking pissed his pants when he was arrested. What a fucking superhero. When's the last time you saw a superhero piss their pants? You know why he pissed his pants? Because he was scared. You know why he's scared? Because he's a coward. Exactly, butter. It is entitlement. I think it does have to do with entitlement. I really do. Yes, he pissed his pants. Not because he's so fucking big and bad, because he was caught. Jesus. Right, life's a beach. I will never condone murder. I don't know why we have this fucking horrible wind in our ears. Oh, now I'm getting crabby. It hurts my heart to see people condone a straight up assassination. It's crazy. J-Lo, imagine how the boys feel hearing people say this about their dad's killer. I know. Do you think that he actually thought he was going to get away with it, or think he's going to? I don't know. Do you think that he had more plans to unalive anybody else? Chris, I have no idea. I stopped listening to John Ramsey's rhetoric a long time ago. Have you noticed how many articles have come out about John Ramsey in the past 2-3 weeks, month? And every time it's some other thing. Oh, that's the DNA. Oh, we have a confession. Oh, a hitman. Yeah, a fucking hitman went in his basement, garroted his daughter, sexually assaulted her, brutally murdered. Hitmen don't do that. Ugh, it makes me so angry. I don't know if he meant to get caught or not. I mean, sitting there fucking chewing on a hash brown isn't really a heroic capture. I don't have eggnog, Robin, but that's a good idea. I'm not crabby. I'm just sick of the rhetoric, man. I mean, we've been hearing rhetoric in the JonBenet Ramsey case since the 90s. Does anyone get tired of it? Oh, now it's a hitman, right? Come on. You really think that's a hitman job on JonBenet Ramsey? No way. A hitman's going to go in there and write a fucking 3-page ransom note, choke her with a garrote, sexually abuse her with her mom's paintbrush handle, and then leave? No. No. Just no. Good morning, Pine. I mean, you just have to use common sense. John Ramsey's been pointing fingers at everybody but himself for fucking 30 years.
Where everyone else go? Steve and Thomas Eddy.
Yep, sensationalized and misdirected, in my opinion. I am, Shell. I'm drinking it as fast as I can. Mm-hmm. Him going along with it confirms my thoughts, too. Potato.
Go up to that courtroom and warm up quick.
It's way too personal for a hitman. Ramsey knows. Ramsey knows who was in his house. I firmly believe that.
I saw that as I was walking down.
That's my opinion. I think John Ramsey's fully aware of who was in there.
They're in chambers with the judge now.
They're in chambers with the judge now. Right, poor little JonBenet. 30 years. I know, Pine. I'm drinking up too. Jay's bitchy today. 100% had to be someone in the home. Sexual predators don't come and assault a child and leave them behind. He would have just immediately taken her out the door. Exactly. No one's going to sit there and chance getting caught writing a 3-page letter with the mom's paper and pen and put it on the stairs and risk getting caught. They're just not going to do that. It defies logic. I don't care how much you look at John Ramsey and think, oh, he's a nice old man. No. This is 30 years ago. He was 30 years younger. He wasn't an old, feebid old man then. Amberly, that is wild. Jay, did you hear they finally laid Quentin Simon to rest? No, I didn't. Who did? Who's they? Who actually got his remains? I never liked or trusted Patsy. I don't think Patsy did anything like per se, but I think they know. You really, Loco? You think that Burke created a sophisticated garrote with sophisticated knots and slowly tortured his sister with a garrote by loosening it and tightening it around her neck? You really think that a 9-year-old was capable of that? Do you really think that a 9-year-old sexually abused her with the paintbrush handle too? Come on. Leave that boy alone. He just won $400 million from ABC for saying what you just said. Just saying. 9-year-old. You'll blame a 9-year-old before you blame the damn father. Are you kidding me? That defies logic. How do you blame a 9-year-old for a sexual assault and a brutal murder before you'd blame the parents? It's wild to me. A little boy, a little 9-year-old. He's not capable of that. Leave Burke alone. That little girl was sexually tortured, not by a 9-year-old little boy. That kid was raised in an effed up household, in my opinion. Well, you find me a 9-year-old that knows how to tie sophisticated knots and torture a little girl with a garrote, because that is absolutely disgusting to me. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I mean, you have a dead little 5-year-old. In 30 years, no answers, but a bunch of shit. Yeah, Burke, a 9-year-old hit her in the head and made an 8-inch gash across her entire head. Yeah. Poor Burke. Sorry, I get passionate about things like that. Especially like kids being blamed for brutal murders. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Isn't it bad enough that someone came in his house and did that to his sister? My God. Miss, why do I have to stop? What do you mean stop? You live close to where the Ramseys lived? The Boulder syndrome? I don't know. I just feel very, very strongly about misinformation about her, you know? There was also signs of past sexual abuse on her, yeah. Yeah, very shady. All right, let's switch gears. No, I'm not apologizing for how I feel. If you don't think people cover for people, you're surely mistaken.
Hello? Oh, yeah.
I think Burke was ignored when John Bonet was still alive. She was the little princess. Good morning, Titanium. Well, I think you're right on this. Have you ever heard of the James Bulger murder? 2 10-year-olds murdered a 2-year-old. Yeah, this isn't it. Okay, so who wrote the ransom letter then? So Burke got his parents to write the ransom letter and cover it up and essay her and everything else? Come on. Just doesn't make sense. It's got to make sense, and it doesn't. You can't make a circle fit where a square goes. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to put a circle in that square for 30 years, and it doesn't fit. And it doesn't fit a hitman theory either. It really just doesn't. Anyways, Luigi should be coming out soon. Lawn crime is still out front. We got no action there yet, so we're going to stay right here on the brick wall. Oh my God. Okay, we'll agree to disagree. I just need proof that to blame a 9-year-old, that's all. There's absolutely no evidence that you did it. And it's just weird to me that people will jump on a 9-year-old little kid. Green Eyes Sparkle, thank you for your $9.99 super sticker this morning. Thank you for your support. Snazzy, I think that was the accident. Do you know how many accidents my daughter and son had? They're like 18 months apart. Do you know how many times someone got hurt when they were playing and shit? I just can't.
You guys know what's going on? Yeah.
Good morning, Terry. Thank you for your super sticker. Potato, that is an excellent point. Those 10-year-olds didn't use a garrote. They threw rocks at him and used batteries and a stick. They're not the same. Kids are capable of some things, but garrotes and ransom letters, no. Even if the parents didn't do it, they have to know something. They have to know something.
So everybody's on the same page, we get an idea of time.
They know who could come in their house. They knew who had access to their house. They knew who was there. They know. In my opinion. Yeah, he already went in. He had his hearing. He's getting ready to come out, I guess. What it looks like. Good morning, J-Lo. Lisa said this is exactly why he won $400 million. Exactly. Exactly. And he deserved every penny. Every penny he got. Maybe he'll wave to the cameras. I don't know. It looks like we're getting ready, though. Oh, they're bringing guys in.
Nice.
Good morning, One-Eyed Flo. Thank you for being here, Amy C. Krabby J in the morning, I guess, today. Nothing rubs me wrong more than the Ramsey case. You got it, Buchanan. There is. He's expected to be extradited today. Sunshine Country Chickens, good to see you. Nobody covers up an accident by staging a kidnapping.
Brian Koberger.
The Mario Kart crew. Hey, I can't be bright and chipper every day, guys. I'm actually okay. It just rubs my gears, man. Or whatever that saying is.
Looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, is a duck.
Grinds my gears. No, you're not, Krabby. You have a heart for children. I do. Poor John Bonet and poor Burke. In my opinion, they're both victims. Oh no, One-Eyed Flo woke up mad today. Look out.
So is that a joint? Or is it a cigar?
And I'm out of creamer. Debbie, thank you. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Pal Sal. Get it DoorDashed? Yeah. Week-long migraine. Make me feel better.
Roberta.
I started out great. Oh, you mentioned John Ramsey, and I lose my mind. I respect you too, Mrs. Fletcher. We all see things differently, and that's okay. What kind of defense? Maybe insanity, Vivian?
You see the other pack now?
Do you think that he's going to go for an insanity defense?
He's been teaming you?
Hey, Robat, good morning. No Sfarato. What was she even trying to say, Robin? I agree, Regina.
I asked 2 hours ago for that thing to be turned off. All right, sounds good. Does it look strong enough?
I don't think Patsy was jealous of her daughter, but I think she lived vicariously through her daughter. You know, she wanted her daughter to be the beauty queen like she was, and Patsy had this dream of being Miss America, and John Bonet had all of the makings, according to her pageant people, of being the next Miss America.
But the main thing, obviously, keep definitely my shot out. I'll let you know when I'm done.
Yeah, the Luigi protesters kind of pissed me off first.
Yeah, yep, sounds good. It should, yeah. All right, that's fine. That's what I kind of thought was going to happen. But as much I can do about it. All I can do is give advice.
This is all I can do is give advice.
Appreciate it, Chet. Thank you. Yep.
Oh, the vampire. That's right. I'm really tired today too, Robot. We are waiting for Luigi to exit the building. Holy funk. J is for justice. What people don't realize is government intervention is what causes a lot of suffering and economic hardships. None of these protesters are ever mad at the government. Good point. I get hot under the collar about the Kaylee Anthony case. Totally different, of course, but I hate that case. Yeah, some cases just bring out the emotion, don't they? I think I have, Stazzy, but it's been a minute. Paul Cremo, good to see you, buddy. Happy holidays to you and yours, Paul. Good morning, Dr. Melmo's in the house. Dr. Melmo on her local news yesterday, talking about the Postal Service. Hey, isn't that weird, Dr. Melmo? So my ID channel show must have aired yesterday or the day before. I had 3 people yesterday tell me they saw me on their big screen. And then Dr. Melmo gets on her local news. Cajun says, I want to know why old Elon is running the country now. It's going to be a big mess and it's going to get crazy. Elon's role is very interesting. Very unofficial and very interesting. Debbie, I love the Costco sample ladies. You're my favorite people. People love you. You'll have fun at your job. Merry Christmas from Charleston, South Carolina. Thank you. Same to you. I think we're all a little sassy this morning. So Dr. Malmo was talking about, she was on the news. Hold on, let me turn them down a little bit. Because they have a postal shortage of workers in Michigan where she lives, and it's affecting like packages being delivered for Christmas. I don't know. Elon scares me. He's too unofficial, but official. You know what I mean? Jennifer says, I'm a little bit behind, Jay, and it's insane. The past hour, I've been getting a lot of emails from our CEO and higher ups due to this. They are scared. I bet they are. When my kids were little, we'd go shop at lunchtime. I didn't have to make them anything to eat because we loved the samples. Exactly. Elon's role reminds me of Nick, ultimate chaos prankster troll. Just dangerous because mo money. He has a lot of money, a lot of power. Good morning, Stryker. Debbie, I have no doubt you'll be loved. Potato, thank you for donating $5 through J4J411.live to the coffee fund.
Potato has supported the stream using J4J Live Coffee Fund.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays, Miss Potato. Thank you for being here for so long. Coconut cooter. She's a coconut potato. I don't dislike Elon. It's just scary that he's the richest man. Like, he's got so much money. He's got a lot of power. I mean, he's fucking around in space and everything else. It's just kind of fucking unsettling. Elon Musk's skin on his face is stretched too tight. He looks like an alien, y'all. I get it. I mean, everybody's open to a change, but Elon just has a lot of money and a lot of power. And one man having that kind of money and power is a little unsettling, whether you like him or not. You know what I'm saying? One person should not have that much power. Power, knowledge, control, whatever it is. I mean, he's integrated with NASA. I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on with him for one person. You know what I'm saying? From AI to vehicles to transportation to space to Department of Defense. I mean, he's got his hands in so much. And one fuck up could really, do a lot of damage. I don't know. It's scary. Well, Paul Cremo, we are here for you in February when your nephew's trial starts. Try not to stress out this Christmas too much. Try to enjoy your time before that stressful time hits. The anticipation is always the worst, Paul. Did you see that they raised the retirement age, or they're going to? It's no longer 65. Not that we're going to get shit, but what did they raise the retirement age to?
So is that a joint? Or is it a cigar?
Elon all going on frickin' Joe Rogan, and it's just wild. February 24th. Got it, Paul. There will be a press conference on the extradition of Mangione. Thank you, Robin. I think it's funny how 3 years ago these tech moguls hated Trump. Now they all want to meet and have lunch with him and donate to his inaugural fund. Oh, Bill Gates. Yeah. They're all scary, dude. Elon can pull strings from behind the scenes. That's true, Malmo, but think about this. Powerful and wealthy people have always been behind running the government. He's just out there flaunting his power and wealth. Plus, with technology exploding, yep, there's a lot going on. I mean, Elon's probably capable of cloning people and shit. All about the money. Yep, Amy. Ganja says, yep, scary man of charisma. Everyone loves with so much knowledge and control. Reminds me of a biblical character from the Revelation. But now I'm getting paranoid. Must toke now. Put your tinfoil hat on. If Trump makes Canada the 51st state, I'm moving to Florida. Look out. Hey, Damon. Good to see you. Al dente. Don't use milk in your coffee. Use your sugary creamer, so you need your bad health care, you dopes. Why are we dopes? Because we're sold shit that's bad for us? That's the people's fault? Christ. How is it my fault? All right, let me get on Fox 5. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. That must be Fox 5 New York. Sweet. Thank you so much, Malete. So we're all set up for the presser that will end after we see him leave. Yay. Watch the documentary The Family. It will explain the situation we are in now. What's that about, Pine? I've never heard of it. The Mangione case will be very interesting. I wonder if he will go with an insanity defense. I know. I like my creamer with coffee, actually. Just saying. Potato says creamer is fire. We're waiting for him to come out after the hearing is what we're waiting for, guys. Here, I'm going to show you guys what's going on X. Check this out.
What do you want, Ron?
Good luck.
I have no idea. It's over here. Yeah, yes. So once you see the walk, it'll be after.
There's the Luigi people. Okay, this person over here on the right with the free Mangione sign. Look at them. You can't even see their face, dude. Someone needs to check that person. That looks sus AF. But yeah, this is the husband and wife that went to GameStop to get their hats.
Good luck. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, al dente, that's not our fault.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I know, I can't.
Good luck.
People were inundating you with offers to help pay for his legal bills. Is that accurate?
I have received some emails. I have not seen them personally, but my understanding from my staff is people are doing that.
That people are reaching out to you and offering to help pay for his legal bills.
That's correct.
Would you accept those offers? I mean, I imagine you maybe have, I don't know,
Nah.
have you ever gotten that before?
Nah, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't.
Why do you think you would not accept that?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable about that. So I don't know. I haven't given that much thought, but I'm not looking. I mean, obviously my client appreciates the support that he has, but I don't know. I just I'd have to look in, but it just doesn't sit right with me, really.
Oh, his lawyer said he
Why
wouldn't
do you think
take
they're
it.
offering?
He wouldn't take the funds.
I don't know. People, you talk about, the Supreme Court says, all these rich billionaires can give all kind of money to candidates, and that's free speech. So maybe these people are exercising their right to free speech and saying that's the way they're supporting my client.
He said he would not take the money from the fundraisers.
Now, who is that? Get him out of there. You can't be here. You don't have permission to be here. You need to get.
What happened?
No! It's simple.
What happened? Who got yelled at? That's him arriving this morning. Pretty quick.
Now, who is that? Get him out of there. You can't be here. You don't have permission to be here. You need to get. No! It's simple.
I don't know who they're yelling at. Somebody who ain't supposed to be there. I'm not sure. I think that was the police. Here's more people out there protesting. Death by denial is murder. Luigi Mangione claimed he had $6 million from his family while on vacation. He mentioned the big bucks he had in the bank on a trip to Thailand, and also repeatedly brought up a couple of revealing books. What? Luigi Mangione arrives at courthouse as hundreds of protesters gather to show support for alleged killer. This is crazy. Here's another one of him arriving.
Now, who is that? Get him out of there. You can't be here. You don't have permission to be here. You need to get. No! It's simple.
No, it's simple. You guys really think he had that kind of money in the bank? Look at this. Trying to tell my parents about Luigi Mangione without saying he's hot. Oh boy. People are so weird. See if he's there.
Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Now we have to begin with Luigi Mangione. This morning there is a proceeding in Altoona, and there's been some discussion of him, if he waives extradition, being brought to New York very quickly. Very quickly. We're on that, but there's also now reports of a federal indictment. Major papers in New York, quoting unnamed sources, saying that the feds, now currently without Damian Williams, I don't know actually who's calling the shots or who the sources are, but saying...
Right, none of these people protested anything before he did this, which is so stupid. Look at this. This is Southern California. A statement 8 minutes ago from Luigi's attorney. The federal government's reported decision to pile on top of an already overcharged first-degree murder and state terror case is unusual and raises serious constitutional and double jeopardy concerns. We are ready to fight these charges.
Thank you for having me.
Help me understand. Why is it a beautiful thing? Why do you support him assassinating another human being in cold blood?
So I was definitely joking a little bit, obviously drawing a comparison between what Donald Trump said about himself and the sort of explosion, this appetite, this excitement for the conversation that Luigi Mangione started. But I do think to call this an act of terrorism is an insult to the intelligence of the American people. Terrorism is something designed to strike fear into the hearts of non-combatant civilians, right? The general population. Nobody but a tiny class of CEOs has been made to live in fear by Luigi's actions, but nearly everybody knows what it's like to live in fear of having a necessary medical claim denied.
I can't with these people.
Okay. All right, bye. He's out front arguing with people.
That's why I like
Go work.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Give him his 2 cents.
He's awesome people. So I have no problem.
Dude, if there's anyone I want to go in for a Baja, I think
yeah. And I'm like, I think technically they're well. Dude,
You guys, I'll be right back. I've got to take the dogs out really fast. Melmo, these people don't really care about people. They don't. If they did, they'd think about Brian Thompson's kids, you know?
yeah. I could always. Was it good?
Snake. Like I get calls. I take it. They're on stop. They're like, just follow us. They're following. I can't believe
Sometimes we have to put him in time. Are they allowed back there? Yeah, he's been back there. That's scary. He's been back there forever. Yeah, and then sometimes we gotta stop the scenario with him. We gotta touch his shoulder. Come back to the light. Well, actually, we were shot at line. I was covered. I wasn't at Huntington. They were doing like a thing when they were bringing him through, and I said, I'm filthy dirty. And he's like, no, that's work. You get up here, and that's how I got him. So he brought me in the click. But I just think I deserve to be up front with them when he came through.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I think he got in like right at the literally right at there.
Yeah, he can't get his full 25. He's going to age out. Why do I keep getting out of 60? So. Not really. It's fun. You know, yeah, it's kind of fun. Hello. There we go. Yeah. It's propped. It should be propped open.
I'm back, guys. Thank you for waiting. Hey, Queen Bee. Captain Ganja, I got no insurance here. Got thrown off Medicaid for inheritance, although it wasn't a lot. Too much in my bank account. I'll have to wait to get it through my next job once I hit the temps soon. Ugh. Ganja, can you do, like, the stupid Obamacare thing? Or is it too expensive? That was fast?
No, that wasn't 40.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Melmo read my mind. No cameras in the PA courtrooms. There's not going to be cameras in the New York courtrooms either. There are free ones? Really? You pay out the ass out of pocket, probably. I mean, at least the marketplace is there. I mean, I can't pine. Tomorrow, you guys, on Friday Live, we're going to be covering the crazy case that happened in Rochester Hills, Michigan. So 2 guys posed as DTE workers, which is Detroit Energy, which is the power company. And they went to this man's house who owned, I think he owned a pawn shop. But they went there posed as DTE workers. And I believe they tied up his wife with duct tape and shit and gagged her. And then they posed as workers and went down in the basement with the man and murdered him. Well, they were in court yesterday, or 2 days ago, I think, yesterday or the day before, for their preliminary hearing where a lot of the evidence came out. So we're going to be covering that preliminary hearing tomorrow. Good morning, Gracie. And his wife actually testified in the prelim as to what happened to her in that attack.
Back from New Jersey. That's Detective Joe's car.
I don't know how they can stand those straps under their chins.
Pennsylvania Penal Code.
Or under their lip. Why is that guy's under his lip? Because he's got a chin like Chad Daybell? I know you Michiganders have been following that case. We're going to watch the prelim tomorrow.
25 feet.
What time does what start, my little family? It's been started for an hour and a half. Welcome in, baby. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
What can we do? I said, write your senator. You written your senator?
Evelyn, thank you for your PayPal. I appreciate you. She said, thanks for keeping it real. Thank you, Evelyn. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
The billboards. Yeah, the billboards with the big long beards. Yeah, they're from New York.
Straps, like, forget it.
They have, like, Luigi hats. It's like, free Luigi. I'm like,
This reminds me of Groundhog Day back in the day. You could do that stuff like that at the meeting.
Did you hear them talking about free Luigi? It reminded them of Groundhog Day. I'm going to up the hot mic. Hold on. Hold on. No, there's no cameras, family, so we're just following it the way we can.
I don't mind the fast. There's a 30 pounds. Expecting the extra 200 to have on.
RBG guys. 15 minutes later, I'm outside the street. Wi-Fi with some lawyer. Oh, man.
the most important thing. Oh, I'm telling you.
Hey, Dawn.
I was just.
My bad.
Wow, one law, that's done.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's down in Bellwood or Bedford right now in Scorpio.
Yeah.
Thank you, Life's a Dance, for gifting 5 memberships. How nice. Merry Christmas, everybody. Make sure you thank Life's a Dance for those memberships if you received one.
What?
But it does make me.
Yeah, there you go. That's great. That's pretty good. Okay, thanks. It's right there. So
Oreo, you got a minute to think about what you're doing. You got a minute. You
This
come
one's
back.
like leaning. You see that? That girl is like leaning in the back.
you can tell me to shut up.
Hello. Hey. Yeah.
One-eyed Florida.
Great. How much? How much? How much? That much? No way. You kidding me? Oh my gosh. I can't afford that. Yeah, we're not getting paid right now.
Hey,
so
Prepper.
I can't afford that.
Merry Christmas, Prepper.
Hey, what's up? Uh-huh. How much is it? Where at? Huh? Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So, I was my lady.
Yeah. Yeah, my...
Well, Oreo has 1 minute timeout to think about how they're talking.
Well, is that going to cost? Okay. All right, yep.
Dude can't take a hint.
All right, bye. $4,000 for the transmission in the car.
$4,000 for the transmission in his car. Did you hear that? It's a travesty.
125's coming up, some dudes.
Thank you, Regina. Merry Christmas to you, too. Stay sassy and blessed, beautiful. You too, Regina. Thank you. I don't think he's that good looking either, but I can see why people are attracted. Hey, Danny. I see you. Good morning, Kels. Good morning, Tim Sparks. Seabawang. Happy holidays, Tim Sparks. Looking good in green. Oh, is he coming out? Look how dirty that damn door is. Yuck. Looks like Josh's door. Looks like Gumball's door. Well, he's a little young for me. He lives the beach. Did he say that, Days? I didn't hear that. Cows. Yeah, I have that too. Look, there's the press conference. There's no sense in showing it because no one's in there yet.
He was there.
We need Clorox wipes for that. No. And please don't mention that other creators are streaming the same thing. It's kind of extremely rude. Especially if you say, oh, they're showing something you don't have. I got it.
Alright, sorry guys. I'm right beside the door outside.
Which way is he going?
What's that?
Is he going that way?
Yeah, I think that guy's going that way.
Looks like we're getting
Hey!
ready.
Hey! Did you have fun out there? Yeah, I bet.
No, there's the right car right here.
Moving. We're moving.
Look, a press conference where no one's fucking in the room. Good morning, Sherry.
Yeah, once he picks up this door, I don't know if there's...
No, actually I did, but it's okay. I know, Gracie. I can't possibly try harder to bring you guys the latest in these cases. It's like, don't work against me here, okay? And if you say John Ramsey, you lose a testicle.
That's actually pretty smart. That's how we should do it. They have the actual thing on the thing that identifies that vehicle with the name in the monitor. All on that. You say like that. Rather than, fancy
Grandma AK. Jay, I love how you tell it like it is. No sugarcoating anything on your channel. I love it. Well, shit. I mean, if you worked your fucking tail off, right, to bring the latest on all these cases, right? I don't just cover one case, right? I cover a lot of cases. So, like, when I go live and I have, like, the latest, and I've gone on X, I've shown you everything. We have the press conference here on standby. And then to have people come in and say someone else is live and they're showing more than I am, it's just a little bit concerning, whatever the word is. You know, I didn't get up extra early this morning to send people somewhere else. job. No, Robin, I'm grateful that you told me about the press conference. It's so nice of you to do that. That's teamwork. It makes the dream work. But you know what the others don't have that we have? The best chat on fucking YouTube. That's what.
His weight's dropping up.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's kind words. I work hard. I don't just come on here and fuck around. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, just life's a dance. I'm not picking on you at all. It's just, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Sebring. Barbecue is in the courtroom. Yes, Darian. Happy holidays, Life's the Beach. Thank you all for being here. I love each and every one of you. And thank you for appreciating what I do. I appreciate that as well, because I appreciate y'all, too. Ganja, my brother from another mother. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, Ganj. We sure do, Shell. Keeping up on all these cases is not easy. And I thank you, Shell, for your hard work as well. It's your birthday, Sarah? Happy birthday. Let's wish Sarah a quick happy birthday.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Sarah. Thank you, Paul Cremo, for saying that. He said he's always been respected here. You always will be, Paul. Oh, one-eyed Flo. French vanilla all the way. Thank you, Flobo. Aw, we love you too, Sarah. I hope you have a good day. Did you hear him? It's a long way from the address he had on the criminal complaint, Honolulu, Hawaii. Thanks, Butter. Do we have a criminal complaint that's been released? I'm going to go search it up. Okay, here we go. I've got a little bit of an update of what went on in the courtroom. Turn that down a little bit. So officials unveiled the new timeline after Luigi was indicted on 11 counts, including first-degree murder and murder as a crime of terrorism. This was a frightening, well-planned, targeted murder that was intended to cause shock and attention and intimidation, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg told reporters Tuesday. Okay, so here's the new timeline. Mangione, whose last known address was in Hawaii, arrived in New York 10 days ahead of Thompson's murder, but used a fake ID and mask to avoid being recognized. Well, we knew that. He first arrived on the 24th, taking a bus to the Port Authority. Mangione then traveled to the High New York City Hostel on the Upper West Side, where Shane Culkin used to work, where he used a fake ID under the name Mark. Oh, I thought they were coming out. Let's see. At 5:34, Mangione left the Upper West Side Hostel and rode an e-bike about 3 miles to Midtown. 5:52 to 6:45, Mangione lingered outside the Hilton Hotel on 54th Street in Manhattan, or in Midtown. 6:15, Mangione purchased a water bottle and granola bars from Starbucks. Investigators later linked Mangione to the crime scene through fingerprints on the bottle and the snack wrappers. 6:38 to 6:44 a.m., the day of the murder. Mangione waited on the north side of 54th Street across from the hotel. He was fully masked with his hood up. 6:45, Thompson arrived and Mangione crossed the street. Prosecutors said Mangione then shot Thompson in the back and leg with a 3D printed 9mm ghost gun equipped with a silencer. Mangione immediately fled north on an e-bike and later hailed a cab, which he took to 178th Street on the northern end of Manhattan Island. He then fled the state. At 7:12 a.m., Thompson was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Okay, so this is what's happening in the courtroom. The judge and PA must accept the waiver of extradition or go forward with a scheduled hearing immediately following a separate hearing on the local charges that Mangione faces. So is that why it's taking so long? Assuming the extradition paperwork is in order, the NYPD would transport Mangione from Pennsylvania to New York. Weather permitting, the NYPD would fly him to New York and deliver him straight to court to be booked and processed. He would then be arraigned as soon as Thursday, today, late afternoon. So if he goes to New York, he may be arraigned today in New York. Governor Kathy Hochul said, "I'm ready to bring him back and make sure justice is served to someone who had the audacity to gun down any New Yorker, regardless of what their title is." The waiting line of reporters and spectators outside the Blair County Courthouse where Mangione's hearing... What happened? Oh, we're back. Where Mangione's hearing was being held, snaked around the block before the building's doors opened Thursday morning. Several people were quietly holding homemade signs. One echoed the words written on bullets found at the Midtown scene: deny, defend, oppose. Adam Gleesman held a Free Luigi sign, which also said murder for profit is terrorism. Our country is broken, he said. Another waiting spectator, Natalie, who would only give her first name and wore a medical mask, voiced frustration that our insurance company is set up for profit over people's health. It's unfortunate it happened. I'm not condoning it in any way, but it's brought attention to the issue that affects all Americans. Let's see what else it says. Nothing else new. They muted us, though. Here's the empty press conference. We'll be watching that after. Still got the protesters outside in their Luigi hats, but they, the Associated Press has muted us for now. Okay, Kels. Okay. Oh, okay, Flo. What'd they do that for? Are we not going to see him come out after waiting for all that? We're getting ready for an update from Fox Local here, though.
Extradition waive.
Okay. Hey, Alyssa?
I'm Jay, not Alyssa, but he just muted too. We're getting muted by everybody. Let's see if we can get another window going here. Press conference. That's Fox. Okay, we'll go to Law and Crime. How about we be snazzy and get a couple windows going, like ick. Icky.
Have a good day. Thank you.
I got two keyboards in front of me, one on my laptop, one on my computer, and I'm hitting the one on my laptop and wondering why it's not working. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Just kidding. Okay, stand by for more. Yeah, okay. Look, there we are. Jay needs a nap. I heard someone say violence isn't the answer. We couldn't see his feet, Paul. We barely saw him. It was very, very fast. But now I guess, are we going to be seeing him come out? It doesn't even look like it. It's funny because Law and Crime has their banner over the protesters. So they're not really giving them coverage, are they? I think his family made a statement, Queen Bee. I think that's about it. I know, Barbecue stayed the night out there. That's awesome. I mean, it's right in her town. She lives right in Altoona, so I don't blame her. I probably would too if I lived there. think we're about to get an update from this dude.
Courtroom with Luigi Mangione.
Because as you said, Robert, all this happened just moments ago. Michelle was inside the courthouse, able
happened?
to relay it to you, and you've been able to speak to your NYPD sources. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get back to you in just a second. That'll give him time to gather a little bit more information. Thank you, Robert.
Okay,
we'll also
so what
give Michelle
happened?
a little bit
To get out,
outside.
of course.
And we, as you said, can hear from her firsthand as to exactly what went on inside that
All
courtroom.
right, so we know Sherry Shepard's next for sure, but we'll break in with pertinent information that you need to know. Day New York is your source for all information.
I guess they're going to a break, but we'll find out what happened in the courtroom. Has Barbecue made any statements about what went on in there? So we're on a break with Fox. Let's see what's going on over here. Nothing on AP. Oops. Damn it. A lot of people are coming out. Look at it. Must be done. It must be done. See all the people coming out? Why would Fox take a break right then? What a dumb time to take a freaking break. Let's take a break just as court's gonna freaking end. Oh my God, I'm using the wrong keyboard again. Okay, so he waived extradition. It actually went through. Fox News just reported he was smiling and laughing during the hearing. Damn, Jay, never seen so many trolls. It's the topic. It's the topic. That's why there's more trolls. There's always trolls when you cover topics like this. Oh, we're back. Okay, hold up. Hold on a second. Oops.
Did they turn it off? In Moscow?
We're still gonna see him, I guess. Press conference room is filling up now. Thank you for subscribing, Double Agent.
Yeah.
They do, or dumb, if they get gifted. Looks like they're about to bring him out, guys.
I'll let you know.
Oh, he'll let us know. He's pretty cool. Thanks. If they have membership gifting on, they can become a member. If they don't have membership gifts turned on, then they can't. Share this out to your friends. Tell them that Jay's for Justice has the best audio on the tubes. Go into everybody's live and tell them that Jay has it best audio and it's 2 screens. I'm Jay, by the way. I love you too, Sherry. Oh, Sherry. Best audio on the boob tube. Even if you do have to get new eardrums every now and then. How about hitting that thumbs up? We only got 207 thumbs up. Ooh, get out of the wind. You need a wind. You need a little windscreen thing. Luigi has waived his extradition officially. Who wants a troll as a member? If you sell your soul for subs, then I'm out. What? No, I was just saying if someone chats, they can be gifted.
No, are you out on the street where you park the car?
That's all. I don't want them as subs. Thank you, Carrie, number 209. Thank you so much, Flobo. That was so sweet of you. Flo had me creamer delivered from Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Winn-Dixie! Thank you, Gopher. Good to see ya.
Shall we play a game?
Sell my soul for subs. Come on. I've been doing this for 6 years. I ain't sold my soul yet. Sell your soul to the devil. Thank you, Nicole G. Queen Bee. Nicole G, that was so sweet of you to gift a membership. Welcome, Queen Bee.
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, what's up? Okay.
Thank you, Flo. That was so nice of you. We have such a nice community. He's left the courtroom. We just got word that he left the courtroom. He should be coming out momentarily.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors.
Great, thank you.
I don't think he'll say shit. He probably chews on that strap when no one's looking. Oh, let us know what barbecue's saying, Bev. Hey, Florida Gray Lady, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming out of the bushes to say hello. I appreciate that. Happy holidays. Yeah, I don't think he's going to say shit. What you were watching is real. The participants are not actors. Look at this shit. Here's his lawyer. Look at these people. It's a madhouse.
You guys are gonna have to move over.
He's gonna let us know before they come out, but look at this mess.
Above my pay grade, dude. Above my pay grade.
We'll have to do a 360 in the middle of the alleyway.
You want to do a pirouette too? I mean,
You're hoping for like a podium.
As I indicated in court today, I'll continue to represent him on the Pennsylvania charges.
You said you've been in touch with his New York attorney.
That's correct,
What are those conversations like? Is it a good relationship you've developed with him?
I won't comment on it.
He's not going to say nothing.
What I said in the court, I've been in.
Is that officially off the
That's, yeah, it's on as we speak right now. It's still on.
What's next? What's that?
He says he's going to continue. He'll continue representing him. What happened? We froze up for a second. We're back.
I arranged this today, and
Hey, Sarah.
It's too early. Okay.
How are you feeling knowing the charges he's facing in New York?
Well, I mean, we don't feel about things. We defend, and we react and do our jobs. So.
Are you still confident in his defense for
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not going to comment too much on what's happening with the attorney-client process and the legal process.
Lastly, just for clarification, for the extradition today, was there any agreement on dropping some of those Pennsylvania charges to get that to go forward?
Yeah, I won't comment on any stipulations or agreements that were made.
Even though
what's next for you?
All right, so you just heard from Luigi's attorney there.
Press conference in the basement. You saw it?
Press conference in the basement.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are they? But is that pool?
All right, so now we're live back in the press conference room where they're getting ready. Let's go back to the audio in the Sally Port here. Why would they start the press conference already? All right, we're going to listen to the press conference, I guess. Turn this down. Turn him on.
Anytime a defendant waives a preliminary hearing in Blair County or has a preliminary hearing and the charges are bound to court, a preliminary conference date will be scheduled. I don't expect that date necessarily. I don't expect us to be transporting the defendant until his charges are concluded in New York. A defendant doesn't have to enter a plea, and I would have absolutely no idea what his intentions are for his Blair County case. Other than it taking extra time, not really. He wanted some of the language changed and didn't agree to say that he was treated nicely by the police officers at all times, but we had sent that paperwork out, I think, Tuesday, so everyone could review it. And it was, as you saw today, at 9:15 where the questions were raised. Sir?
I was going to ask more about the customizations that were made to the forms. Was that the extent of them? Or what were the customizations made to the waiver forms?
There was an acknowledgement that a writ of habeas corpus had been filed and was being withdrawn. There was an acknowledgement that he had an attorney, and I think there were redactions about some of our normal language about the treatment of police. Excuse me? Yeah, as I stated earlier, our intention is to keep our case active, and at the conclusion of the New York case, which obviously is the primary case against the defendant, and we intend to assist them in any manner that they might need, we'll evaluate our case and determine how to proceed.
Why has Mangione been held at
The death of United Healthcare CEO. We have some reporters there on scene just to explain a little bit more about what is happening.
Are you freaking kidding me? Did they just blow my eardrums?
Following this all morning long. Robert, let's start with you real fast. As we talk about what happened this morning, he was in a Pennsylvania courtroom.
Here's the reporters.
Listening,
oh my God,
especially to two hearings. One was that gun charge. The other one was the extradition to.
That was one of the considerations. Yes, sir.
Would you go over you talked about an agreement in terms of waiving the preliminary hearing having to do with turning over a 20-page Altoona Police Department report. Could you just sort of describe that, what happened, what was the exchange?
Yeah, we...
There he is. Oh, he looks like a cocky sumbitch. He looks like a cocky sumbitch. Here, let's listen what went on in the courtroom.
Outburst the first time that he came in, but this was a completely different mindset. He came in, he looked well put together, despite being in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. He was clean shaven, his hair has grown out a little bit, his curly hair, but once he sat down, he wasn't as fidgety as he was the first time around, but he was sitting in his seat, he was alert. The first time he was counting the number of people in the courtroom, but this time he did do a scan, but he was alert. He wasn't, interrupting anyone. Last time he interrupted his defense attorney, but this time he was listening and he was going with everything that was happening in the courtroom.
And we were also talking about the fact that whole front row in the courtroom of about 100 or so seats was occupied by NYPD officers. Right. So clearly the NYPD was ready to go for this eventuality today of him waiving extradition.
Exactly. Considering that the crime happened in New York City.
Today his attorney said that things have changed, and he explained that he was no longer concerned about the representation that his client would have in New York. What, from your perspective, did or did not change?
I have no idea, and that's why I don't comment on, even if a defense attorney tells me this is what we intend to do. When you folks ask what is happening, I say I'm not sure, because if it's the defendant's decision, that is their decision for them and their counsel to decide. They can change their mind whenever they want. I'm not privy to why they do it or when they do it, and just have to show up to court and be ready to proceed with the hearing, which we were.
Given the severity of the charges he's facing in New York, why is your office still prosecuting the offenses in Blair County?
Well, he committed crimes in Blair County. He's charged with committing crimes in the state of New York. They're allegations at this point, but we're not in the practice of just dismissing charges simply because someone has more serious charges somewhere else. That might be an older school approach. It might be a little antiquated, but I might be both of those things. Yes, sir?
There's been some news reporting that federal prosecutors are considering bringing federal charges against him as well. Have you been in touch at all with any federal officials?
I have not spoken to any federal officials about Mr. Mangione, absent casual conversation with a few FBI agents the Monday he was apprehended, and they certainly didn't discuss any of that with me.
And if they were to request materials or evidence from you, is that something you'd be willing to share?
We'll cooperate with all law enforcement agencies as we always do.
Will he have the opportunity to appear virtually in February when he comes back, or will he have to come back here?
That'll be up to him and his attorney. There will be a couple different options. He could continue the proceedings. If he's not available, we would certainly certify that to the court, and we've done that in the past. But that that will be part of our ongoing conversations with the Manhattan County DA's office.
Do you have any details on the extradition process right now?
We relinquished him to the custody of the New York City Police Department, and they'll be taking him back to New York City in a safe and secure manner.
Is that happening right now, today?
It's happening forthwith, yes. We transferred them.
Do you have any comment on Mangione Waives' behavior report?
No, I don't comment on defendants' behaviors, what their intentions are, and what choices they make, because that's his decisions, his behavior, and I don't know why someone does what they do. That's up to them.
Sir, you said earlier that the Blair County case is going to kind of be on hold until the New York case is concluded. But I was going to ask, is the 24th hearing still on then, or when? How does that work out?
In Blair County, we have large calls of the list for many cases at one time, pretty routinely. That 24th date is the first of those times, so there would probably be between 200 and there'll be several hundred cases called that day, and essentially they're statused. So the case could be continued, it could be addressed remotely. There are a lot of options, and frankly, depending on his availability, it would be probably up to Attorney Dickey and Mr. Mangione as to whether he continues or appears virtually.
So at what point would it be paused, if it is?
The two factors would be his attorney requesting a delay, if they believe that's in his best interest, or the Commonwealth indicating that he's not available because the other prosecution and prosecuting entity can't produce him at this time.
How's he being transported back to New York? When you said MIPD, is it road, is it helicopter, do you know how?
In the manner determined by the New York City Police Department to be the safest and most secure.
What's been your reaction to a lot of the negative attention the city of Elton has received? People saying police should have just turned a blind eye, or that person in McDonald's should have just minded their own business.
I'm grateful that the police did their job. I'm grateful that that citizen, like so many other citizens in Blair County, said something when they saw something. And I would echo the sentiments of several other people, including our governor. We can all disagree with each other, but we should disagree with each other civilly, and we should never use violence to effectuate a disagreement. I understand these are allegations only against Mr. Mangione, but I certainly, violence to, make your point is never acceptable in our country, in our system of justice.
Going off of that, there are people outside right now who are in Luigi Nintendo hats holding these signs showing support for him. What do you say to
my
that?
goodness.
It's their right as Americans to do that, as long as they do it peaceably.
Procedurally and legally, am I right in understanding Mr. Dickey withdrew the habeas petition in the context of the extradition, but reserved the right to file another one? So what, are these two different habeas?
There are two different things. Attorney Dickey filed a habeas corpus petition relative to the defendant's extradition and was contesting extradition, which is his right to do. The Commonwealth was working with the New York City Police Department and Manhattan District Attorney's Office to secure the necessary paperwork, which we do relatively frequently in the course of business in our office. We frequently extradite people to Blair County and send people to other states in the regular course of business. At any time, a defendant can change their mind and decide to waive that, which eliminates the need for that habeas hearing. And that's what happened today. For his preliminary hearing, because we wanted to turn the defendant over to New York as soon as possible today, we had agreed immediately that if there was a waiver of the preliminary hearing, we would agree to what's called a reservation of habeas corpus rights, which is specific to the Pennsylvania Rules of Criminal Procedure. Typically, when a defendant waives, they do not have the right to contest their prima facie case at the courthouse. In this instant, because of the logistics of wanting to turn him over to New York immediately, we agreed for them to be able to preserve that right. So at some time in the future, the defendant could file a habeas corpus petition relative to his local charges here, and the Commonwealth would have to produce evidence and satisfy a common pleas judge that we have a prima facie case, or essentially a probable cause case, for all of the charges levied against the defendant. Yes, sir.
Sir, when you guys were in chambers for about 45 minutes in between both hearings, which judge were you speaking with?
The judge that presided over the extradition process, which was Judge David Consiglio.
Can we ask about the topics discussed?
The topics were limited to Attorney Dickey's request to have a custom extradition form, which he did not have, and he requested the judge type up for him, which the judge accommodated and had that typed up.
What's on that custom extradition form? Like, what's customized about it?
Just what we said earlier, that an acknowledgement that there was a habeas file, that he had an attorney, that he withdrew it.
You mentioned, do you see any possibility for additional criminal charges in Blair County?
Don't speculate on additional criminal charges.
And the Altoona police document, the 20-page document that you got from them that you turned over today.
Yes.
Is there an explanation as to why Luigi came to Altoona?
This is still an ongoing criminal case, so I'm not going to comment on investigatory materials. We turn them over to defense attorneys because every defendant is entitled to see the evidence against them, and we always try to get that out to them through counsel as soon as possible when we receive it. But I don't comment on that to the media.
You
Yes, sir.
mentioned one of the points of conversation or the changes that they wanted made to that waiver was removing the acknowledgement that he was treated properly by police so that there was no issues. Can you elaborate any more on what sort of issues he might have experienced or the reason that they wanted that language removed?
No, I don't believe he experienced any issues at all. I'm not going to speak to Attorney Dickey's motivations to the last-minute demand for changes, but we certainly wanted to go forward today with the waiver of extradition, and we're willing to accommodate because, as you saw, there was a large contingent of folks and officers from the New York City Police Department that came down here. The Pennsylvania State Police provided resources. The Altoona Police Department provided resources. The Sheriff's Department's been working around the clock since Mangione's apprehension. Our office has devoted resources. The Hollidaysburg Borough Police Department devoted resources. So the first assistant and I certainly were willing to accommodate a request for Attorney Dickey to have his own form if that effectuated the transfer of custody of the defendant.
Is the police report available publicly?
No.
Did you say he's being transported to New York right now? Do you know where he's being held?
I do not.
People might pull their eyes at me for this question, but just so I make sure I understand legally, if his prosecution's proceeding in New York and they can't transport him, does that toll Rule 600, or how does that work if it's not like a defense request or a joint request?
That's a fair question. Rule 600 requires the Commonwealth to exercise due diligence. So ultimately, the interpretation or determination as to whether we exercise due diligence would be determined by a judge. But I've always held the position that as long as we're in position to bring someone back from a surrounding state or state anywhere, if we're willing to do that and they indicate they're not available at this time, I've always argued that that's due diligence. I will argue that in this case. I certainly think as a practical matter, it would have been laughable and a waste of resources and time for us to try to keep this defendant here for our charges and delay New York's custody of the defendant for the more serious case.
Steve, how has this been for you, your office, dealing with all of the media that's here, the media from all over the world or little Hollidaysburg? How has this been for you and for your office these last several days?
Well, you folks have been very nice to us, which we appreciate. We certainly don't try to get into the spotlight, and we certainly look forward to getting back to
why'd they buffer? We're
a
back.
lot of it.
Sorry.
Needs to get done for our
Oh, for God's sake!
cases.
At
but
night,
sorry
stop
interruptions,
messing with
and we
it.
certainly understand the interest in the case.
I was actually going to ask someone about that. You listed numerous resources that were used on this case. What sort of strain has that put on not just the DA's office, but on all of the offices here in the courthouse?
Well, we are lucky in Blair County, and I say this all the time. We have police officers who they don't complain. They work extra. They show up when they're asked, and that's what's happened over the past 2 weeks. Police officers have worked extra shifts. Police departments have volunteered help. Everyone's worked together. There hasn't been any, pushing or shoving, so to speak, as to who gets to do what. It's been a cooperative effort. I've always been grateful for that, and because of that, I would say it's been more work. It certainly has taken resources, but it's been accomplished very smoothly because of the cooperation of everybody.
Going forward, will Attorney Dickey represent Mangione in the ongoing Pennsylvania?
I have absolutely no idea what Attorney Dickey or Mr. Mangione will elect to do. Those are decisions for them that I have, no say in, and I'm not going to speculate on that.
Do you believe Mr. Mangione can receive a fair trial here, given sort of the public interest in the case?
I believe a defendant in America can receive a fair trial everywhere when the rules are followed, and I certainly would have no doubt that the rules would be followed in New York as they would be followed here. You'd be surprised how many people don't read the papers, and even when they do, when you've done the number of trials that First Assistant Smith and I have done throughout our careers, the questions juries ask in trials, even high-profile trials, show me that they're paying attention, they're conscientious, and they really want to evaluate the evidence. So I have no doubt that he can receive a fair trial.
What's been the most challenging aspect of this case for you, for your office, and for the wider community?
The challenges for our office is that we're short-staffed and we have a pretty high caseload per capita in Blair County. So it's just been, the resource issue. But other than that, these things are something we do all the time in our office. They just don't normally get attention, and certainly not this level of attention. But there are things we do in the normal course of business.
Just to wrap up, could you give us like a 20-second summary of what comes next in the Blair County trial?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part of your sentence, sir.
Would you mind giving us like a 20-second summary of what comes next in the Blair County trial?
Well, because of the defendant's reversal today and decision to waive his preliminary hearing, as well as his extradition, certainly we believe it's in the interest of justice to turn him over to the New York City Police Department and Manhattan District Attorney's Office, which we did. He is now in their custody. He will go forthwith to New York to await trial or prosecution for his homicide and related charges in New York. We intend to keep our case active, and we intend to essentially revisit the case when the defendant is available for prosecution in Blair County, and we'll assess that at the appropriate time. Thank you, guys.
All right, there's the press conference.
Sorry, hold on. I'm in that line. If I can shut down,
All right, guys. Let's see if there's anything else going on. I'm not sure. Seems like we pretty much got the gist of it. Looks like it's all the coverage is done. Here's Associated. Let's see what they're doing. Yeah. It's a wrap, guys. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I know. I think he's a punk, too. And I think that tongue-in-cheek is a sarcastic move. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. So crimes in PA are forgery and firearms violation. He really is. Check this out. So look at this screenshot that I got. I think he's being a smartass. They said he was smiling and stuff in court and laughing. There you go. That's his attitude right now. Thank you guys for being here. We'll keep following this. If there's any more updates, if there's an arraignment later, we will go live for that. Next stop, New York. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. You guys join me tomorrow to go over that crazy case in Michigan. the fake utility workers that brutalize this family. All right, guys, you guys stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream or video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my latest content. Want to take it a step further?
Bring it all in.
And join our community clickers by becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. You'll get exclusive access to our Discord server, special channel perks, and much more. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.
Click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.